Nigerian entrepreneurs, investors, and policymakers are set to dominate the GUBA Awards Barbados 2025, the first ever Caribbean edition of the prestigious event scheduled for November 10 to 12. The summit, held in partnership with the Office of the Prime Minister of Barbados, aims to strengthen Africa-Caribbean trade ties under the theme Reclaiming Our Atlantic Destiny, Build, Connect, Renew. So with top Nigerian delegates, including Femi Otedola and government ministers, the event promises new investment opportunities across fintech, entertainment, and agriculture, amongst others, supported by a direct Lagos-Accra Barbados flights, built fostering deeper Afro-Caribbean economic and cultural collaboration. That's actually huge. So I'm joined in the studios by Lady Dentaa Amoateng, MBE, of course, President and CEO, GUBA Enterprise. Thank you so much for coming to our studios.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. So let's understand what GUBA Awards Barbados 2025 is, the significance, the objectives, even the concept.
Yeah, thank you so much. So GUBA stands for Grow, Unite, Build Africa. It started 16 years ago, based out in the UK. We've done awards in the UK, US, Rwanda, Ghana, and now for the first time we're doing it in the Caribbean. And why is it important? We have, when we talk about Pan-Africanism, for me, I feel like we cannot exclude the Caribbean. There are people, they are people that came from the continent to the Caribbean, and so we need to make sure that we are including them when we have conversations. And so what are the investment opportunities for us in the Caribbean? How can the Caribbean also invest on the continent here? And I think that's what we want to do. We want to bridge the gap. It's not just an award ceremony, it's a trade and investment conference and then the awards. So it's a 3-day event, and we are looking for businesses who want to expand. Look, if you are in the Caribbean, or if you have a product here in Nigeria and you want to do the finishing in Barbados, you have access to 44 million people. So that's Latin America, America, and the Caribbean. Let's take up the opportunities. Let's not allow other, countries like China and others to go in and set up things when we can. We have the knowledge, we have the influence, we have the technology. So many Nigerians and so many Africans are doing amazing things. How do we go and set up the same things in the Caribbean? And so for us, it was very important for us to do this event in the Caribbean. It's a 3-day event. We're looking at trade and investment. We have a film premiere with Shola Sobowale as well, looking at the creative economy. And then on the second day, Invest Barbados and BTMI and Export Barbados take us out to look at investable opportunities on the island. So you can see for yourself what you can invest in. And in the evening, we have a reception at the Prime Minister's residence, and then we have the awards the next day. Okay,
so I want to focus on the investment opportunities that you mentioned. We talk about fintech, entertainment, agriculture. What makes this quite a catch for you, looking at Africa and the Caribbean?
Yeah, I think it's a catch because when you look at the Caribbean, they're mainly focused on tourism. I would say that's what they have, right? So, but with Africa, we have the creative economy. We have fintech that's happening. How do we help them? How do we get a flutter wave in the Caribbean? And so these are the opportunities that I see on the ground that nobody's tapping into right now. And so let's go as Africans, let's look at the opportunities and make it big there, and also let them also look at opportunities here. I remember going on the flight. I've been to Barbados 3 times now. It was all white British people that were on that flight, coming from the UK. And so I think there's a real opportunity for us to go there, set up a Nigerian or Ghanaian restaurant. They love our fashion. They don't have anything like that. I had a conversation with the Prime Minister of Grenada, and he says he wants seamstresses and tailors to come to Grenada to set up so they can sew some of these African materials and African outfits that they can sell to the market. So I think we need to be looking outside of just Africa and look at the Caribbean as well.
So we're looking at business and job opportunities that would translate between both continents, if I could put it that way.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's look at the theme, Reclaiming Our Atlantic Destiny, Build, Connect, Renew.
Yeah.
How significant is this particular theme when you look at the concept of the awards?
Yeah, very, very significant. So this year marks 400 years since the Brits went to Barbados and took over. 400 years later, Africans are coming to trade, not by, force, not by enslavement, but by our own will. And we are doing a chartered flight from Accra to Barbados. It's 8 hours away. Barbados is visa-free for Nigerians, Ghanaians, but we can't get there unless you go through the UK, the US, and you need a visa, right? And so we're doing a direct flight. We cannot trade amongst each other if there's no flight. And so we're really hoping that this will open up, and over other airlines, Ethiopia, all of these African airlines that we have, to look at the opportunity there, even if it's just one flight a month for now. Let's trade with the Caribbean, because look, America are doing a lot. They're doing a lot to everyone. And so I think that if we have allies, if we have our own people in these countries, let's build and let's educate each other, and let's build that cultural diplomacy again with each other as well.
Of course. So let's look at it from the angle of policies or maybe measures that can boost trade or bilateral relations between Africa's continent and the Caribbean community. What would you say are the areas that you feel if we can improve upon, we can strengthen ties economically, diplomatically, and on all sides? We might not be able to stand up to an economic power like the US or the UK in terms of economic capacity, but then we have these connections. How do we strengthen those ties?
I think we need to start. And I think that, you know, even your president, President Tinubu, went to St. Lucia, got honored, knighted in St. Lucia. Again, these are us building and getting to know each other. I think there's a lot of cultural divide. They don't know a lot about Africa. They've been, you know, told a lot about the Europe and America. And I think that this is a real opportunity for us to educate each other about one another and understand one another. So I think there's a great opportunity for us to be doing that.
Okay, so how do you think these awards now would promote trade? I mean, I understand it's about trade and investment, but then you're coming through the angle of having to award, some sort of recognize and appreciate some people in terms of their contribution and what is to come. How will that speak to your plans for this event?
It's just not going to be a conference that we're going to be speaking, but we want deals to be made. There's actually a deal room. We're going to be having B2B meetings with people that are interested in investing in the Caribbean. And then we're going to have the celebration of excellence, letting people know that you can be in the diaspora or you can be in Africa and you can be successful. And I think that's a real testament of the people, the resilience that we have as a people. And we want to encourage people that Black people, we're successful. We are amazing. We do so many incredible things, and bring them to one platform, one day, to celebrate each other. So I think it's a great opportunity. It's only $3,900 to go with us. That includes your flights, your accommodation, and tickets to the event. We want to make it affordable so that people can go and look at the opportunities there. So if you want to go, it's www.gubaawards.com. Register with us or email us on info@gubaawards.co.uk.
All right, thank you so much. Well said, I must say, and hope you have a fun-filled and an exciting time, of course, when the awards and the event begins to come into play, November 10 to 12, I believe.
Yes.
Of course, wish you all the best. Thank you so much, Lady Dentaa Amoateng, MBE, President and CEO of GUBA Enterprise, for coming to the studios.
Thank you so much.
It was nice having you.